Tonight on Dreadful Visions, we're looking at one of the most trusted devices inside any family home. A baby monitor is supposed to let parents sleep a little easier, but sometimes the voice coming through the speaker isn't coming from the baby's room at all. Story 1. The voice on the baby monitor wasn't ours. Jake and Melissa Carter had only lived in their new home for 3 weeks when everything started. The small 2-story house sat in a quiet neighborhood just outside Indianapolis. It wasn't anything special, but it was perfect for a young family. They had a newborn daughter named Emma, a fenced backyard, friendly neighbors, and the kind of peaceful street where nothing ever seemed to happen. Like most new parents, neither of them slept very much. Emma usually woke up once or twice every night, so they kept a digital baby monitor on the nightstand beside their bed. It had crystal clear audio, a small camera mounted above the crib, and a secure wireless connection that Jake had specifically chosen because it couldn't easily be hacked. For the first couple of weeks, it worked exactly as expected. Then, one Tuesday morning at exactly 2:17 a.m., Jake woke to a burst of quiet static coming from the monitor. He rolled over and looked at the screen. Emma was asleep. The nursery looked perfectly normal. He reached for the volume button when he heard it. A man's voice. Very calm. Very quiet. "She's asleep." Jake sat upright. The voice had been so clear that, for a second, he thought somebody was standing inside their bedroom. Melissa opened her eyes. "Did you hear that?" Jake nodded. They both stared at the monitor. Nothing. Only the soft hum of the camera. Jake walked through the house, checking every door and window. The front door was locked. The back door was locked. Every downstairs window was shut. He even checked the closets before returning upstairs. Emma was still sleeping peacefully. The next morning, Jake convinced himself there had to be a logical explanation. He searched online and found dozens of stories about baby monitors picking up nearby devices, crossed frequencies, and radio interference. That had to be it. Still, just to be safe, he changed every password connected to the monitor, reset the Wi-Fi network, and installed the latest software update. Problem solved. Or so he thought. The following night, 2:17 a.m. Static. Jake and Melissa both reached for the monitor at exactly the same time. The nursery appeared empty. Emma slept quietly beneath her blanket. Then the same voice returned. "Don't turn the light on." Melissa immediately reached for the bedside lamp anyway. Jake stopped her. "Wait." They both listened. Silence. No breathing. No movement. After almost a minute, Jake switched on every light in the house and searched every room again. Nothing. No broken windows. No footprints outside. No signs that anyone had entered. The following day, Jake bought a brand new baby monitor from a different company. Different camera. Different receiver. Different wireless system. He even threw the old one into a storage box in the garage. That night, they connected the new monitor before putting Emma to bed. Melissa finally smiled. Maybe now we'll actually get some sleep. Jake hoped she was right. At exactly 2:17 a.m., the new monitor crackled with static. Jake's stomach tightened before the voice even spoke. "She's facing the window tonight." Both of them slowly turned toward the monitor. Emma had somehow rolled over in her crib. She was facing the nursery window. Neither of them had mentioned it out loud. Neither of them had even left their bedroom since putting her to sleep. Melissa grabbed Jake's arm so tightly it hurt. Her voice barely rose above a whisper. "Jake, if that's not interference, how does he know where she's looking?" Jake couldn't answer. He grabbed the monitor and rushed into Emma's room. She was exactly where the voice had said she'd be, sleeping peacefully while facing the window. Jake immediately pulled the curtains closed. He checked outside with a flashlight. Nothing. Only the quiet backyard and the wooden fence surrounding the property. The following morning, he climbed into the attic, crawled beneath the house, and even borrowed a signal detector from a friend who worked in IT. He searched every room for hidden cameras or listening devices. Nothing. No unusual wireless signals. No recording equipment. No signs that anyone had been watching them. Still unwilling to take chances, Jake installed security cameras covering every entrance to the house. The next 2 nights passed without a single strange sound. For the first time in days, they finally relaxed. Then came Friday. At exactly 2:17 a.m., the monitor hissed with static. The man's voice returned. "She's having a bad dream." Jake and Melissa stared at the screen. Emma looked perfectly calm. 5 seconds later, she suddenly woke up crying. Melissa ran into the nursery while Jake replayed the words in his mind. The voice hadn't reacted to Emma waking up. It had known before it happened. That was the moment Jake stopped believing there was a logical explanation. The next evening, he made a decision. If someone really was watching them, he wasn't going to give them the reaction they wanted. At 2:15 a.m., he unplugged the baby monitor without saying a word. The room fell silent. He and Melissa sat on the edge of the bed, waiting. 30 seconds passed. Then Jake's phone vibrated. Unknown number. The message contained only 4 words. "That won't help." Melissa covered her mouth. Neither of them had told anyone they were unplugging the monitor. Jake immediately called the police. Officers searched the property from top to bottom. They inspected the attic, crawl space, backyard, and every room inside the house. They checked for hidden cameras, microphones, and signs of forced entry. Nothing. The officers suggested someone might somehow have gained access to the monitor before it had been replaced. Jake explained that the old monitor had been disconnected days earlier. The text had arrived after the brand new monitor had been unplugged. There was no explanation. 2 weeks later, the Carter family moved out. They didn't tell the new owners why. They simply said they wanted to be closer to relatives. Months passed. One afternoon, while cleaning out moving boxes in the garage, Jake found the original baby monitor. Curious, he plugged it into a wall outlet one last time before throwing it away. The screen flickered to life. There was no camera connected, no Wi-Fi, no batteries in the nursery unit. It shouldn't have displayed anything at all. Instead, the screen filled with gray static. A calm male voice quietly spoke. "Good luck to the next family." The monitor immediately shut itself off. It never powered on again. Jake threw it into a dumpster that same afternoon. A month later, he happened to drive through his old neighborhood. The house looked occupied. Children's toys sat in the front yard. A family car was parked in the driveway. Everything seemed perfectly normal. As he drove away, he noticed a moving truck parked outside the house next door. A neighbor was helping another family unload furniture. Jake rolled down his window and casually asked if someone new had bought his old house. The neighbor nodded. "Actually, you're the 3rd family to live there this year." Jake didn't ask another question. He simply drove home. Some stories don't end when people move away. Sometimes, they just wait for the next family to plug everything back in. If this story made you think twice about what's sitting on your own nightstand tonight, let me know what you think really happened. And don't forget to like and subscribe to Dreadful Visions for more unsettling stories inspired by everyday fears. Sleep well tonight, if you can.